Hello and welcome to today's show. I'm your host Molo Collins, and of course, this is Sporting TV, the number one leading sports channel. And we have several matches lined up for you this weekend of week 26 of the English Premier League. Do remember that Liverpool is still perched at the summit of the log with a total of 57 points, followed by Arsenal with 55 points, and Manchester City is in third position with a total of 53 points, having played a match less. And this is Sporting TV, your number one leading sports channel. Do feel free to drop your comments and thoughts on the comment section, and I'll be free to sample some of them in our next show. Remember also to view, like, subscribe, and share, and also drop a comment on the comments section down below. Let's get interactive across all social media platforms, and on Facebook I'm at Molo Collins. Well, Aston Villa will be playing at home against Nottingham Forest at Villa Park. Do remember that Aston Villa is having a very good season, currently in the top 4 with a total of 49 points, having played a total of 25 matches. So Villa will be at home at Villa Park, and of course Unai Emery, former Arsenal tactician, is doing a very good job with this Aston Villa side. Well, let's move on to Brighton. Brighton will be playing at home at Express Stadium. I remember that Brighton is under De Zerbi, and Brighton will be hosting Everton, which is under the tutelage and guidance of Sean Dyche. This is the Everton tactician, expecting a very good game between Aston Villa, which is at the 4th position, and Everton, which is currently fighting relegation to stay afloat. Remember that early in the season, Everton were docked a total of 20 points, which really did them a number. But so far so good that I think that Everton will be staying in the English Premier League this season. Well, let's move on to Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace will be playing at home at Selhurst Park against Burnley. Do remember that Crystal Palace has recently just sacked their veteran tactician, that is a former England tactician, and Crystal Palace will be playing at home against Burnley, which is not really doing well, because at the moment Burnley is at the bottom of that EPL this season, having accumulated a total of 13 points, and they are currently on the 19th position on the log, currently fighting relegation battle. Let's move on to Manchester United, and Manchester United will be at home against Fulham. Remember that Manchester United currently is at a 6th position, having accumulated a total of 44 points, and they will be playing against Fulham, which is under the tutelage of Marco Silva, and Manchester United on the other side is under the tutelage of Erik ten Hag. But so far this season, especially in the second half of the season, Erik ten Hag has really managed to turn the tables, and Manchester United, for the first time this season, have managed to win 4 matches on the trot. And one particular player who is really on form is Rasmus Højlund. I remember that he's just turned 21 years, and he has scored in 6 consecutive English Premier League matches, and so far he has the record as being the youngest ever player to score in 6 consecutive matches, surpassing the records which was set by Joe Willock, former Arsenal, currently Newcastle United player. And also remember that Thierry Henry once held that record for scoring 6 consecutive matches as the most youngest player. Well, let's move on to Bournemouth, and Bournemouth will be at Vitality Stadium against Manchester City. Manchester City, of course, remember that last week Manchester City dropped 2 points when they faced Chelsea at Etihad Stadium, and it was a screamer of a shot from Rodri which made Manchester City to salvage a point for Manchester City. City. Let's move on to Arsenal, and Arsenal will be at Emirates Stadium and will be facing Newcastle. Remember that Newcastle is under Eddie Howe, and so far this season Newcastle United has not had a very good season because they've been struggling and they've just dipped in form. And Arsenal on the other side, it's like they're having a resurgence since they came back from Dubai. And some of you were really asking me, is the Dubai effect really helping Arsenal? Because at the moment they've managed to score a total of 21 goals in 4 matches since their return from Dubai, and Mikel Arteta has managed to transform this team this season, and Arsenal is really doing well. And you can see that this season Arsenal is pushing to lift that EPL trophy which managed to elude them last season. And this season I hope that Arteta is not going to make the same mistakes that he made last season, because at the moment Arsenal is really displaying a very good brand of football, especially with their skipper who is Odegaard in the middle of the park, and of course Declan Rice really doing good for this Arsenal side. And those are the matches that will be taking place this Saturday, and on Sunday we only have one match on the card, which will be Wolves against Sheffield United, the match which will be played at Molineux Stadium. This is the home ground of Wolves United. Well, these are the matches that are going to take place in this week of 26 in the English Premier League season of 2023-2024. Well, let's do this again next time when we do meet. As for me and the rest of my crew, it's bye-bye for now. Let's keep the conversation going across all social media platforms. Let's do this again next time.